Welcome to Beyond That, a
metaphysical
broadcast for the soul.
for the soul.
Mary's favorite word is metaphysical. We should have been recording the past 30 minutes of discussion because it was really, really good about the energy that's hitting the world right now. And you pulled that little T message.
Right. And it says, be guided. Listen to the whispers of the universe.
So that's what we're going to talk about today because that seems to be the subject so far. We were talking about the energy that's up on Earth now, which is so negative, deep, heavy, fearful. It's got all the mucky muck stuff. And what I've been receiving spiritually is the need to communicate external of this world with beings beyond, whether it's your God, your angels, your loved ones, and otherworldly beings, anybody that's beyond this earth. We need to communicate and connect with that energy because those are beings of higher intelligence, benevolence, love, light, harmony, and the scales are tipped on Earth right now.
Yeah.
And with all that negativity, we're breeding more and more and more. So we are in need of external energy to come into this planet and our beings. And to do that, we have to communicate, or at least be consciously aware.
Be
that,
open.
Yeah,
to
that. And the funny thing that came to me today was treat every moment like it's opposite day. So if you're being presented with something, pause and say, okay, what's the opposite of that? And let me bring some of that opposite energy into it. I don't know how to explain this, but the way I was explaining to Mary is I keep seeing this vision of this gold beam line in a half circle separating Earth and beyond. And that gold beam, which I'm going to loosely assume that it's the electromagnetic field of Earth or the ozone layer, something protecting Earth or separating Earth from space. That beam, whatever it is, separating Earth and beyond, somehow, some way has been affected. So I don't know, and it's not coming from out of this world. It's coming from Earth up.
Is it being damaged, destroyed in a sense?
Well, it's being
right.
stimulated, damaged, fragmented. I just see that protective being affected harshly. And by that happening, the negative murder, death, kill, suffering mindset of a lot of people has multiplied so much that it's actually, that energy is escaping Earth and affecting or going into the beyond. And this is all just from vision. I have actually no logistics to it yet. But all this negative murder, death, kill, suffering mindset that people are under in fear, all that negative energy is vibrating through that beam and going into the external outer worlds. And the outer beings, otherworldly beings, angels, spirits, whoever, is outside of Earth, cannot have that. So they, in turn, are sending lots of energy in
positive
to Earth, which is loving, benevolent harmony. What they're asking is for the people who want loving, benevolent harmony to prevail in their life and planet is to receive that, connect, and push it into Earth. That's all I keep saying is push, push, push. If you blow up a balloon, you're pushing your air into that balloon and you're creating something. And that's what we're being called to do.
Okay.
Use your voice, push your air, but and sometimes you will have to be harsh and direct.
Right.
But that's totally different. That's not being negative or harmful or murder, death, kill.
Sure. It's a
Yeah.
mission.
So that is what
message.
I connected with, that little message. Listen to the universe, because the universe guides all of us anyway. We may think we got this, but not even close. We are affected by the universe and the elements within our environment. And instead of being affected like we typically are as a species, we need to be involved, be
active,
be the vibration. And that's all I keep saying is vibration
and participation, communication.
Yeah,
all
it's
of
like
that.
like dropping a rock into a lake. You drop the rock, the experience itself sinks. It's to the bottom, it's gone, you've experienced it. But the energy that came from that experience, that rock, ripples and vibrates outward.
Good analogy.
And you are that vibration, that ripple outward.
Right.
But it's our connection to understanding why we had the experience that allows us the free will to choose. Do I want that vibration rippling outward to be of good or harm? That's your choice. That's our choice individually.
Sure.
But no matter what, those ripples will hit and affect every other thing and being and person that's in that lake. We're just being asked to take responsibility. I don't know what energetically or electromagnetically is going on with that gold firmament line, but I'm sure it'll come out. But
tune in next time.
Yeah, tune in next time for that one. But the world is in such a volatile state. All beings from beyond are asking us to participate, to bring in, be very conscious of bringing in love, light, and harmony. If you don't know how to do that, do nothing more than what you love. If you do what you love, then you will naturally exude love, light, and harmony, because you're in love, light, and harmony doing what you love. I'm not going to get soul passion and all that stuff. That's like old school stuff. It's do what you love. Talk about what you love. Be around the people you love.
Be open and willing.
Yeah.
Like we were saying, before you get out of bed or while you're driving to work or.
Oh, that was good. Yeah.
Yeah. Just kind of say, okay, I give myself to this day. Thank you for having me be vertical, that I'm, here. But let my mind think your thoughts. Let me stay positive. Let me give off that aura of I'm here to bring a message. People are put in your path every day. You're put in a area where, okay, why was I there? But there was a reason you were there. Just look at every day that way. You let me see what it is you need me to see, or speak your words. Everything, your heart, just kind of go down your body. Let my heart just exuberate love, exuberate honesty, all the good things that you want throughout your day. Your feet, I want to walk this path, so keep me on this path straight and narrow, and use me, and having that attitude, having that from the minute you wake up or.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you wake up in the morning, you've got to be consciously aware and devoted to giving thanks for waking up another day here.
Yeah.
No matter how bad it looks or how bad it seems or feels, we are here for a reason. And I've always said, no one on this planet is a weakling or a sissy, because this isn't a planet for weaklings or sissies. This is for the strongest of the strong.
Sure.
And to stay in that strength and power, when you open your eyes first thing in the morning, you have to realize, oh my gosh, I'm here again for another day. So I've got some amazing stuff to do. And you know, I was joking with Mary, I've had 3 near-death out-of-body experiences. And I said, you know, the first 2 were my little awakening things. I said, but then after the 3rd one, I finally realized, you know, that was the divine saying, girl, I have sent you back here 3 times. You have a purpose. Do it. And that's kind of what we have to tell ourselves.
But you're true in saying, you know, I'm human. So there's a lot of things I'm like, maybe not.
Yeah.
But they're coming to you for a reason.
Absolutely.
Like, I know I've been in situations where I should say something, I don't say it. Then I leave the situation, whether I'm walking, driving, I'm cooking in my kitchen, I'm like, damn, I should have said something. Yeah. And it happens like all the time. And we all meet people throughout our day that you look at them and say, wow, they're so alive, or they're, you know, they just have passion in whatever they're doing. So that's what I want to be more like. You know, that, you know, people will say, oh, I'm so glad that you shared that with me.
Absolutely.
Or and that's what we have to do, you know, is more human.
Is that not what we've learned too in the past 5 years with all the world trauma and stuff?
And
is that you have to interact.
Yeah, COVID, everybody
you have to
was
communicate.
Yeah.
We are made in pairs. We are made that way, to touch, to feel, to be in.
And to smile.
Yeah.
Just to smile. And, you know, I do. When I just give a smile in the stores, and if people don't smile back, you're still, as they say, planting that seed, but that person then may say, oh, that was a nice smile, or even though they walk past you and don't interact, or, you know.
Well, in that respect, you did it.
Yeah.
You received the smile.
Yes.
You got the smile. If you can't smile or laugh throughout the day, then you're not doing anything to help you.
Sure.
Doesn't matter about expecting receipt or, you know, getting back. It matters, I smiled and that felt good.
Yeah.
You know?
And I do engage a lot with people. My husband says, you know, talk to me is on my forehead, or I know no strangers. And it, I just, that's me.
That's life.
I want to interact.
Being human,
So.
And we need that more so now. I think that's another energetic factor that the spirit world's bringing in, is we need that more than ever now, because AI is taking over so much.
Yeah.
So, and the computer, I mean, it's the computer itself, you know, restricted that. Everybody does, you know, technology. But we're in a massive transition now. I don't know which way it's going, but I will stick to what I've received in the past, and that is we will have a major otherworldly being contact event. And we'll have to distinguish whether it's human-made or otherworldly for real. But the state that we're in now 100% requires conscious involvement. Yeah. Whether it's, you know, okay, I feel like going to the store and changing your mind. You have to be consciously aware what the energy moving and communication moving through your body. It's like this morning, wanted to podcast, no, I'm not going to podcast. Oh, we're going to podcast, no, we're not going to podcast. But that's what I'm saying. There's this movement energy happening. It's not your regular, just intuit and get a sign or a symbol.
Sure.
It's not like that anymore because of the amount of energy that's affecting the planet.
Yeah.
Now everything's in motion.
Yes.
You know, it's everything's flowing. And if you can't flow, that's where decisions are gonna trip us up.
Yeah. And that's when I said to be open, because you know, expect the unexpected, and then when something does pop in your head, or you know, you're somewhere, and sometimes you are places where you're uncomfortable, or
you have to go there.
It feels awkward, or you know, we talked the other day about you know, if there's something you want to do, and you ask your friends, hey, you know, or family members, and nobody wants to go, so you don't go.
Oh.
Remember we were saying that? But go. you don't know who's there or
That's right.
what you're going to get
That's
from
right.
it, or oh, I don't want to go by myself. Someone has to come with me.
Mhm.
You know, and it's just take that extra step.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's being asked of us also.
Yeah, that's
Is
a major
get out of your
transition,
little
too.
box and you know.
We're beings of change. Nothing
Yeah.
stays the same.
Right.
Nothing is one size fits all.
Mm-mm.
Nothing is always going to, I always yell at you about your supplements. Stop taking the same one every day for your entire life because the body changes. So we
So
have
then
to
I was
change.
taking them every other day.
She's holding on to those
Yeah.
programs.
But no, I've changed, right?
Yeah.
With your new.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you look like a deer in headlights when I suggested it. She's like, I gotta stop my supplements. But we're in a massive change, so everything is changing. And I know a lot of people have problems with change.
Yeah.
I love change, so it's not a problem for me. But acknowledging that others do, you have to just simply understand change is inevitable. It's going to happen. Everything is in pairs. One side of your body is totally different than the other side.
And some people just take a little longer. You know,
no, some people fight it. They really
but
don't
it takes
change.
a little longer. You
Yeah.
know, where if you can be more spontaneous.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to change. Even me, who's spontaneous and changeable.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to really pay attention to what we're changing because the energy is changing so fast. Because now we don't just have Earth energy running the game.
It's
Now we have this other energy coming in from beyond, stronger than before, which is good because it'll help people clear up their intuition really fast. And then we have AI technology, and now we have warfare technology. So it's above, below, side to side. We've got so much energy and it's just flowing so quickly that we have to be aware enough to know, like in every moment, just say ask yourself, what's the energy of this going through my body? If it's good, stay with it. If it's not good, either walk away or change the energy by communicating love, light, harmony, benevolence.
Follow your intuition.
Yeah, and not change the energy of another person, change your energy. It's your energy that needs to be changed because when our energy is vibrating, rippling out, that's what hits others. So if you've got someone in a really, really bad mood, what we put out is either going to feed it or erase it. And we have to get in that consciousness.
Yeah.
I don't know how it all works, but I know it's all interconnected. But like I said, you've got the external, beyond energy, Earth energy, warfare energy, and AI energy. And that's just the basics. There's a lot of other energy flowing.
All this energy.
You got earthquakes, you got tornadoes. Yeah, you've got all that stuff. So that's what I'm saying is you have to really, really focus on communication and the energy that you are feeling and exuding. If you do that, then we'll be helping. And I think that's what we're being called through with all these worldly, negative events. It's a calling. It's to call you to your love, passion, and call you to be, a ripple that's going to nourish and benefit rather than create more upset, negativity, sadness.
And it is much easier to just go along rather than to try to make a change or see something that maybe this would help, but to say
I think even more past that, trying to make a change, we're past that.
It's so new though to some people.
It is very new.
So
but I think it's
the
more
fear is what's
don't try to make a change. Just try to be the person you are inside. Just try to be that person. Because this one out here is temporary. It's all a facade. But just try to be the person you are inside. That person who is sitting at home meditating or, having compassion. Be that inside. Bring that out because ultimately that's all we're supposed to do anyway.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's going to be easier for some than it is for others.
Yeah, everything
That's
is.
where I'm coming.
Well,
I
just
can
pause.
think of people in my life, and to know, hey, we've got to be here doing this, doing that, expressing yourself in a good light, you know.
That's it, expressing yourself.
Yeah.
That's what, because honestly, if we wake up every day and we know that we're here for a reason, we actually are breathing air here for a reason, and that reason is to bring love, light, harmony, benevolence.
Like you always say, bring heaven to earth.
Bring heaven to earth.
I love that saying.
And that's not, might not be somebody else's thing.
No, of
but
course.
If your brain understands that that's what you want and that's what you're saying, then you will start doing it.
Yeah.
You will become what you think, you know? And that's actually really simple if you think about it.
It is. It is.
You know, it sounds, all these practices and all this
Right.
stuff that we've been taught all these years is grueling for me because I don't do rituals and stuff like that.
Right, tradition.
Yeah, that's like pulling my skin off to make me do
Yeah.
that. But that's as simple as it is. You just wake up and know, and just that's what I want to do. I want to bring heaven to earth. I want to be the person inside and bring that out. Just a simple affirmation.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I think we covered everything. Unless you have something else you want to tap on.
No.
That's pretty much what we were discussing all day
And
today. So.
you know, to just do things that bring that out of you. You know, be around people.
Yeah.
You know, I know there's situations or people who are Debbie Downers or misery loves company, that kind of thing.
Well, and they're meant to be that way.
Right, and then
a lot of times
you can either be that, you know. But I've heard people say, "Oh God, she's so happy all the time." Not a, you know, I'm not saying this about myself, but just being in company, she's so happy all the time. You know, like.
Well, we talked about that too.
You know,
but we made a note on that because we said, and I even said, I don't care. What did I say? I said the Dalai Lama's full of crap.
Yeah.
Because not that he is, but the persona of him is, because we all have positive and negative moments.
Right.
We have polarity.
And we only see
and if you're happy all the time and if you're all the time, then you are not being genuine.
No.
Because you can't. That's not the way creation is.
No.
It's not.
But those people want others to see them that way.
Yes. That's a persona.
Exactly.
So,
but just, you know, be willing to show how
and that's
you are.
okay. You need, that's okay to be
you. That's why my daughter always says, "Be you, Mom. Just be
exactly."
you."
You know, and that's it. Being you means being everything because we are everything. Good, bad, ugly, happy. It doesn't. You know, we're gonna have those moments where we're up and down, and you know, and not feeling good, or want to curse, or want to have a fit.
Being human.
Yeah, it's the human state.
Right.
But and I always say, you have got to process that. Don't bury that, and don't ignore it and deny it. You process. If you're mad, you get mad.
Right.
But you do it in a way that does not go out into the world and affect others.
Sure.
So you get mad, you go in your bathroom and you can cuss all you want and, you know, bang forks if you want, doesn't matter. You deal with your anger, don't take it out on other people.
Which we do. Yeah, we do.
You deal with it, get angry, process it, and then move on. But the key to any damaging emotions is you don't ripple it out into the world. That's not going to help benevolence,
and that's
love, light,
a learned
harmony.
behavior.
Yeah.
That's a learned
And that's what we're used to doing because we're used to sharing. Like you get upset about something with the world and, you know, or political.
Right.
We have our little bickering back and forth about the subject.
Accept others' views.
But then we ultimately come to an understanding. You know what? This is the way it's supposed to be. Because if it's not this way, you can't get to love, light, and harmony. You've got to go through the mud and clear it all out. So don't hide yourself, because ultimately, even unsavory people, we're all divine beings. We're all beautiful inside.
Sure,
It's the
sure.
outside we look at, but if you look on the inside of people, you'll see they're beautiful. They're
Right.
kind. There's a lot there, but people aren't used to showing that inside because it gets judged and persecuted.
Exactly.
But I think we're at a point now where we've all been judged and persecuted enough to where we can say, screw that.
I think
I'm gonna be
we
who I
learn that
am.
as we get older.
Yes, age plays
You know,
a whole thing of intelligence that we get.
right.
And that's the point too. You know what? We're all here for a short time. Live the way you want to live. If you want to live in misery, live in misery. Don't take it out on other people.
Sure.
If you want to live in love, light, and harmony, enjoy it, and then go share it with people. But the choice is ours.
And it also goes back to the old saying, you know, walk a mile in their shoes.
That's right.
You know, we're all in different state of minds and state of situations too. So.
And let me touch on that since you mentioned that. Let me touch on that because this has come to me a couple of times. Do not believe anything you read or hear on the media or TV, because it is AI influenced. And if you are researching anything, or I mean, even with the medical world, you research everything.
Yeah.
But you have to do it with people, like research the websites or get information from people who have actually walked the walk, from people who have actually done the thing that you're looking up firsthand. Go direct, because the AI information is untrustworthy.
Yeah, so many are finding that out.
Yes, and the only way that you are ever going to get any amount of legitimate knowledge is to go with a person who has lived it, who has walked it, and who is involved in the situation directly.
Yeah. Experienced.
Yes. Hands on. And I think that's it for me.
Yeah.
You good?
I'm good. I think we did cover what we
Pretty much what we talked
wanted
about all
to.
day.
Yeah.
Okay. So I keep looking at my little sign on my wall the other day, across the way, and it says, "Quiet the mind, and the soul will speak."
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to close with. Keep the mind quiet, and that you within will come right out. Thanks for tuning in.